She looked up at me. And these protocols? Every system I built is now locked. Access requires my authorization key. Nobody can use them until the breach is resolved. She grabbed the phone and called Marcus immediately. Get in here. When Marcus arrived, Sarah handed him the contract. He skimmed it.
Text message.
Actually, let's see. Will it work on the desktop? So I can share it with everyone. Upgrade. Yeah, some other reason it's not working on Twitch. So I'll just use YouTube only. No, I want that one. No. Oh, helps if I can chat and see if anybody's there.
Text message.
Alright, let's see this. Okay, there we are. Alright, let me, I am trying something right now, so... Wow. Give me a few minutes. I've got to set this up. So I finally got Streamlabs working on the thing. Live overlay. Okay, there's that. So just forgive me, everyone. It's going to be a few minutes to get things set up here. Been here a few minutes watching your goofy ass, yeah. Hey, Shy. Okay. Evening, Mana. Hope you had a good breakfast. All right. Settings, okay. Yeah, no, this finally decided to allow me to main scene. Okay, Is that? No, I gotta go through this thing and redo everything. See, I got 10 viewers. I mean, I don't know which one you're seeing. If you're seeing me on the camera, are you watching me? You seeing me on the tablet, or are you seeing the desktop right now? I don't know which one you guys are seeing me on. On the tablet, I should say. I don't know if I said camera or tablet. Oh, that's a kill trucker. I'm not looking for something like that. Got me on the tablet right here. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure things out here, because it just finally allowed me to do this. Okay, this right here. Yeah, because they changed this on me. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, it was nice seeing you again, Maina. Seeing you yesterday. All right, let's get it over on the screen here so I can see it better. That's not the one I wanted. Is this one I want? Hey, I think this one's the one I wanted. Because it's already set up. Yeah, I think so. Yep, and that's the one I want. So it saved those settings. Figure I'd try to get you back over on the computer, so if I want to show you something on there, I can. Studio mode. That's what I was looking for right there. There we go. Yeah, it kind of sucked about the wrestling meet. Drive basically almost 2.5 hours up there just for them to say, nope, she's not wrestling. But we made it work. Plus, I cheated a little bit, got us in the, basically the VIP section. Don't mind me. I got a possible haul of 55 Chevy. Let's see. Jeff said it'd be on in about 20 minutes. That's no big deal. I'm not worried about it. I noticed on the Twitch side, it still doesn't seem to be working all that well. Doesn't show the stream at all. I can hear myself, but I just can't see. See, that's what it shows me, right there. Nothing. Shows one viewer. Is that myself or someone else? Someone else. Oh, quiet. All right. Anyways, how's everybody's week? How was the show? Excellent. Jeff Dunham was good. He actually did some new material there. How did he start off with them? I think he went Walter. I think it went Walter, Ahmed. No, excuse me, Walter, Bubba J, Ahmed, Peanut, and Jose. He had Peanut and Jose together out there. I paid for parking at the closest parking garage there. So the parking wasn't that bad. It was all the walking with my back and hips. I had to walk from the parking garage to, well, I know it as a Civic Center, but it's the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland. We get there. Of course, everybody drank fluids on the way down. We got to pee. Everybody's got to use the bathroom. They do not have bathrooms available for you until they open up the doors to the facility. You have to wait in the lobby. No bathrooms. So we had to turn around and walk like from the arena up the road like half a mile to the Holiday Inn by the sea just to use the bathrooms. So yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't fun. That part wasn't fun, but the show was good. He did complain about the weather. When I left California, it was sunny, and when I left my house in California, it was sunny and 72. And he goes, I land here, and he goes, brr. We had quite a bit of walking though yesterday. All right, I gotta fix that a little bit. That's why it's hooked. Whoop. There we go. All right, got me now? A week ago, yeah. Yeah, that would have definitely sucked. I was glad he wasn't here a month ago while I was in the hospital. That would have sucked big time. But I've been watching his, checking his schedule, and he's everything. His schedule's good till December 6th this year, and he's booked out solid and not coming back this way anytime soon. But next time I probably won't grab floor tickets. I'll grab something up in the off to the side where you're elevated a little bit more and you don't have somebody's head just like this. God, that was annoying. Literally sat through most of the show with my head like this, so my head wasn't blocking the people behind me, but the guy in front of me was he'd be just doing this number. Moving. I'd move my head to the left, he'd move to the left. I move to the right, he'd move to the right. And the same thing happened with my wife and my daughter, so I think the next time I'll grab something up a little higher to the sides. David, how you doing? How am I doing? I am doing all right. I'm doing fine. Just kind of still getting things going. You saw that short, so I've been kind of nitpicking on that. If you saw the short about the backhoe, yeah, I've been kind of doing little things here and there. I haven't been straight out working on it. I'll tinker on one thing. I fixed the starting issue with it. It wound up having some loose fuel lines. Because if that machine sat for too long, it wouldn't start. So, wound up finding like six loose fuel lines on it. Wasn't much. They quarter, half turn just to snug them up. So now that backhoe starts without a problem. Now I just gotta work on hydraulic leaks. There's a couple fittings that's probably just a little loose, but I gotta find my crow's foot wrenches so I can tighten up some of the hydraulic fittings that's underneath. So, because those things are such a pain. Because some of those, if you don't have a crow's foot, you have to pull all the hydraulics lines off to get to the one that you got to tighten. And then you got to put all the ones back on and tighten them as you go. It is a major pain. So I got to find my crow's foot set so I can reach in there and just tighten them that way. That backhoe, that 416 backhoe, yeah, it needs a TLC. Typical, never been used. Where will I be using the backhoe out? Snow removal is mostly where it'll be used. It, as I said, mostly being used for snow removal for me. Now, far as Curtis, the guy that owns it, it's whatever he wants to do. He's actually looking at wants to get the hydraulic leaks fixed ASAP, because this spring his nephew's gonna want to use the backhoe to dig the foundation for his new house. But with me, primarily it's going to be for snow removal. And right now, I don't know if I'm going to need to do any snow removal at that Domino's. I might. I'm not sure, but I might need to. It just depends on how much more snow we get. And as I said, I've lucked out. I can use it free of charge. I just got to repair it. So it's not actually free. It's costing me my labor to work on it. But I might as well just say, I could also say I own it to a point. I don't physically own it, but might as well say I do, because I'm the one that's going to be working on it, repairing it. Him and I are going to go in on the repairs together, just try to keep things flowing like we have been. Actually, this week, is it this week? Yeah, I think it's this week. Curtis flies out to Minnesota. Is it Minnesota? Yeah, I think it's Minnesota. He flies out to Minnesota. He bought a triaxle dump truck himself. So he's going to fly out there, pick up his dump truck, bring it back. So I also have an extra dump truck for snow removal if I need to. So yeah, it's going to be one of those days. It's going to be a funky year for me. So I'm surprised. What, the dump truck, Mana? What possessed him to buy a dump truck? Oh, you know, he's got two tractor trailers. He's got two Freightliner road trucks. He's got two Freightliner road trucks, three Fontaine right now. Yeah, three trailers, three flatbed trailers. And he's got two drivers. He's got his brother, and he's got another kid that drives for him. So the two road trucks already got, the seats are filled. During this time of the year, things are slow. So he pulls his brother out of one of the road trucks, leaves the kid in the truck to haul flatbed. His brother does deliveries like I would be doing right now if I was doing pellets. So he pulled his brother out to do the deliveries. And pretty much almost next month. Yeah, let's see, what is this? Today's the 15th? Yeah, probably in the next week or two, bark mulch is going to be taken off. So, his brother and the kid are going to be hauling bark mulch non-stop. So they're going to wind up doing that. So he's going to keep those guys in the trucks. His deliveries drop off. Not like he doesn't have the customer base like I had when I was doing the deliveries. So he's looking for something to do this summer. And he was talking to me about it, and I explained told him what I was getting paid per hour for the truck. And what the quick as I was looking for trucks. So he went out, bought one, and he wants to stay on the gravel side. So that's fine by me. He wants to do gravel. He wants to do gravel. I prefer hot top. I prefer the paving side. I enjoy it. So he's gonna go. He's bought a truck. He bought a truck, and he's gonna try to stay on the gravel side or haul out of the quarry. I know I rambled off on that one pretty long, but I tried to make sure I laid everything out. So that's the reason why he went out and bought a 2016 Western Star. Yeah, I think it's a 2016 Western Star triaxle. It's got the same. See, like my Peterbilt's a 46,000 pound rears, 20,000 pound pusher, 20,000 pound steer axle. He's got the same things on his, with air ride suspension. Same body, but I think his is a foot longer. His is 17, mine's 16. He's got a DD13 Detroit in it with a 6-speed automatic. I still have to get my truck in and try to fix that issue with the shifter so I can get my 18-speed out of it. So I don't know why it didn't take over on this side here. It shows I am feeding out through there.
Text message.
Okay, that sounds better. Yeah, I got people trying to get a hold of me to haul cars out of with a. I gotta try to get a small trailer, borrow a trailer to go to get a. What was it? What did he say it was? 55 Chevy. Sounds like it might be a 1-ton because he said it has dualies, dual rear wheels. Of course, does not start, does not move, does not move on its own. Ouch. Ken, I've got a snowstorm of 40 centimeters, or heavy wet snow Sunday night into Thursday. Been plowing since plowing. Finally finished cleanups today. Yeah, I hate those long drawn out ones. Yeah, those long drawn out storms suck. We've had a few of those around here. We've actually, 2010? Yeah, I think it was 2010. We had, God, I want to say it was like a day or two before Christmas. We got an 18-inch snowstorm, so that's about, what, 48, 49 centimeters? Between 40 and 50 centimeters. It was like 18-inch snowstorm. Then, of course, we had the Christmas holiday, so they didn't want anybody working. After that, the week after that, I mean, we were nonstop trying to get cleaned up. The week after that, we had another 18-inch snowstorm, 40, 50 centimeters. All overnight. 64 contracts, M1 truck, 2 drivers, and it was so heavy and wet. Yeah, the heavy wet shit sucks. I'm not looking forward to anything that we get in April. I am not looking forward to storms in April, because usually around here, that's when we get the heavy wet stuff. We have been fortunate, real lucky this year that we have not had any heavy wet snows. I know past few years we'll get 4 or 5 inches, then it'll rain, or it'll be 4 or 5 inches of the heavy wet stuff, then it rains. You try to push it all off, and then it freezes, so you got a block of ice at the end of your driveway. 64 contracts. Ugh. I cringe with my 42 I got. And I got 2 trucks. I got 2 trucks, 2 drivers. Thank God. But I think next year I'm going to have to cut it down to like 20 something. I'm going to have to cut it down in half. Just to keep myself sane. So I try to do is keep like the driveways that I've got in town here. I'll try to keep all those ones, and try to let some of the outskirt ones I've got go. But I will try to keep like the apartment building and the Domino's. But who has the cleanest sidewalk in town? I know. You're cleaned there's nothing on your sidewalk, nothing on your curb line, because it's all in the backside of your driveway. Running out of room to push it? Yes, that's a big issue. I had that issue with this last one, but if you see at the Domino's in Brunswick, it's usually the first one I start off at when I'm in the 550. You see that one there? There's a coffee shop behind it. Well, I caught the company that plows that pushing snow into the pile, so they wound up hauling off. They said they were going to haul off half of the pile, but they didn't. They hauled off maybe a third of it. So they got some of the snow out of there, so we'll see what happens. What I might do now is, where I got that backhoe, I might look into like a 10 or a 12 foot snow pusher to put on the front of it. Buy something used. But we never know. The owner of that store is going to put a camera on the back side to try to catch a little bit more. We really haven't had much of a melting here either. There, Kent. Minor and 17 and 5 mile stretch. Yeah, that's good. Well, my furthest one, besides, well, you got the Domino's and the apartment building over in Auburn that I do. I have one residential driveway, and she's 7 miles to that way of my house. She's nervous because I did talk to her about it. And I said she is kind of a little out of the way, so she understands. I told her I'll take care of her for the rest of the season. But next year she's going to have to find someone. So that takes care of that one way out there. I said I'm going to try to keep all the commercial ones. And knock down some of the others. Because the commercial ones are the ones that make the money. And I'm going to have to go through and redo a whole bunch of things for next year. Domino's is a 1-year contract, too. Because I wanted to do 1 year, just do a single year on that contract. see what they thought before we negotiate anymore, because I'm going to have to go up and change my prices. Give me a minute. Yes, it was originally only for 2 stores, but I wound up with 4 out of the 5 he owns. Sorry about that. I had to go take my sugar. Forgot I didn't take my sugar today yet. I don't do salting. I subcredit. Oh, you subcontract to salt out? Yeah. No, I do it all. But I've also had this hairballed idea of like, hey, I got that backhoe now. I can run that backhoe around in the driveways in town and take care of those driveways. That way I just go up in there, back drag them, and just shove this pile of snow up to the side. But I have to be careful with those so I don't dig up the lawn, because that will relocate some people's front lawns and driveways. And the wife just got home from work too, so that's why I had to go say hi to her and check my sugar. Hi, Julie, how you doing? My day has been all right. I wouldn't say all right. It's been okay. I am feeling that storm that's going by out to sea. But other than that, doing all right. Now, we got some, let's see, Tuesday morning we got morning snow showers. And Tuesday I got to take my daughter, my youngest, to the girls' state championship. Wednesday, up here they're saying afternoon rain, snow showers. 40 high of 40, low of 21. So that could create a crusty on the snow. Hey Jeff, how you doing, bud? Thursday, Friday. Okay, what was that about? Don't know.
Text message.
I was buffering. Okay, which one are you guys watching me on? The tablet? No audio. On this one here? Okay, let me see here. Do I have... How about that? I'm now on the PC. Okay. You guys got me now? 5x5. Okay, you hear me loud and clear. Okay. Wow. So I am no longer on the tablet. So you guys see the desktop now. So here's what we got for weather. There. So I'll turn the tablet off. No, actually no, I'll leave it alone just in case I screw something up. which would be typical for me. Yeah, so this is what we got for this week. But as I said, I live down in this area here. I got to take my daughter up here. The ski resort's up in California. I got a brother-in-law that lives up in actually Google Maps. He doesn't live in Tahoe. He lives just outside of Lake Tahoe. Carson City. Oh, not quite Carson City. He says he lives like... There's a Carson Valley. But he lives like somewhere's out in here. A couple of years ago, they got hammered with snow. Actually, you know what? Something else has intrigued me. I've been watching this for a little while here, so... Lake Mead water levels. .24 was the highest level it's been. Was in a long time. So how? It's like 12 feet lower than what it was 2 years ago. It's like 2 feet lower than last year. So yeah, because this was the year that they had a big snowpack up there. My brother-in-law was talking about. As far as for the snow. So yeah, March. March is usually the peak of the snow melt. But again, that's Lake Mead. That is quite a ways south of it, where he's at. Wife and I have been in the Hoover Dam before too, so... Of course, that was back before. That was back before they put this bridge in. Let's see here. Yeah, this parking lot I shut down. Not intending to. I shut this parking lot down because I dropped my trailer right here in this parking lot. Wife and I went back into Vegas to Pizza Hut to get something to eat. And of course, the only way you could get through there is go through across the dam. But I dropped my trailer here because we're going to do the hard hat tour, go right in the very bottom of it. Went right down to the bottom of the turbines there. The hard hat tour is what they called it. But dropped my trailer there. We went to Pizza Hut. I come back. As I come down, probably right around this vicinity here, I looked, saw the police lights and everything else right there. I freaking come across the bridge and then backed up to the trailer, and they wanted to know what was in the trailer. I told them just photocopiers. Because I was bringing busted photocopiers from California. Then I had to swing into, where was it? Albuquerque. Grab some more broken ones to bring down to Brownville. Is it Brownville? No. What was it, Brownville? Anyways, I had to bring photocopiers down here so I could bring them across the border into Mexico, so they would take a bunch of different photocopiers to make one and then sell it. Yeah, Whoops was right. I think it was like you had the Hoover Dam security. They had 2 vehicles. Plus, I think they had a couple different counties or state or whatever. And they asked me to open up the rear doors. I said, that's not going to happen. I said, because there's photocopiers on wheels. I said, if they move, I open up the door, they're coming out, and I'm not going to have that. I said, let me do something. I said, let me hook up to the trailer, spin it 180 degrees. So I can open the doors so that it's facing downhill. So if I can open the doors, everything stays in the trailer, and they let me do that. Then I turned around and spun it 180 degrees again. So in the morning, when we got done with the hard hat tour, I could head to Albuquerque. To a certain extent, I do miss driving over the road. But not always. Alright, where is it? Actually, I think it's south. There we go. If you're ever up in the Portland, Oregon way, you want to check out a nice truck stop? Right here. Jubits. They have their own truck stop, own restaurant, their own bar. Nice little place. Stayed there a few nights. So that's if you ever go up in the Portland, Oregon way. I've been there. This is one spot I did not care for. Was Blaine, because the border crossing did not allow the border patrol would not allow me to cross because my truck was too long. At the time, the regulations was, I think it was 70 feet. You were allowed max length going to Canada was 70 feet. My truck and trailer was 74 because I had a 53-foot trailer plus the length of the truck. Be back? Okay. I'll try to stick around for you, Julie. But yeah, they wouldn't. I had to hire a truck. I mean, the delivery was like right in here somewhere. They had to hire a day cab to haul the trailer in, do the delivery, and then bring it back to me. What a pain. And of course, get the Iowa 80. If you don't know where that is. No, I think I'm gone. I'm too far west. Yeah, I was too far west. Spent many a nights in this place. This place gets me in trouble. Get me in trouble now that I own a truck. I get myself in a world of trouble with the wife. Oh, I've been every state in the lower, been everywhere in the lower 48. Well, Yeah, except for Hawaii and Alaska. Those are the only two I haven't been able to drive to. So you still got me on PC?
Text message.
Alright, where'd everybody go? Yeah, okay.
Text message.
Still on PC, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wind up having to drop the Twitch side just because it doesn't seem to want to work. There's that Lake Mead. The weather, joy. Try to keep it short, about an hour tonight. Unless everybody gets me going and rambling and chit-chatting and everything else. As I said, right now, I'm just trying to... Actually, you know what? Go here. Content. Right there. That's short. Can you guess what I'm doing today? That's right, working the truck. I'll show you. Oh, what I'm going to show you is a surprise to me, even to me. Right there. All right, you can see I got the side panels off on it. That's because the fuel pump, the injection pump, and the fuel lines are right there. I had to wind up. I said I had to tighten a bunch of those up. We got to do something about the floorboards inside that. Look at the weather for Tahoe. Okay, give me a minute, Scott. Floorboards in it kind of starts to look like the Flintstones. You can see through the bottom of it. Neutral switch on the transmission and the stick. I need to. I go to Pictou, Nova Scotia. Find out where I'm at. Okay, Kent. I'll do that in a few minutes here. But I got that. On the very back of the backhoe, as I said earlier, I need to find my crow's foot set and just snug up a couple hydraulic lines on the back. I think that's all it is. That's what it looks like, because it's leaking right around the nut, between the nut and the line itself. So I think all I need to do is just tighten it up. It'll be fine. Four-wheel drive does work on that. I gotta cut out these pieces right here because the guy who had it had a plow set up on it. 5 minutes from the PEI ferry. Yeah. He had a plow set up on it, and he just welded those in for the bucket. This front bucket here, we have to change. We have to replace it. It is absolutely shot. This corner here has got a hole in the bucket, probably the size of your fist, if not larger. So yeah, no, it doesn't hold water, and it just been abused and not taken care of all that well. Cat 416B. We got to. I've got to pull the radiator and the hydraulic radiator out because the fill cap, where the radiator cap goes, that neck is broke off the radiator, so we could try to pull it out, check the condition of it. If it's salvageable, we'll have the neck soldered back on at the local radiator shop. Hydraulic tank, we have to replace. There it is. The fins are just completely deteriorating on the cooling system. How the hell? The TH? No. I forgot to spell out Tahoe. Jesus. God, how stupid can I be tonight? T-A-H-O-E. Whoa, what the hell do I do here? Ha! Doesn't want to do that. So I will do this.
Text message.
Go this way. Oh, that's why. It's got several different ones. 96, 151. Come on. There we go. Snow till Thursday. All right, now that's Lake Tahoe, California. Oh, come on. All right, we'll just do this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're on the other side. We actually get stuff from... We sell a lot of product called Fiber Fuel, Kent. Over... I know you've seen it out there. They're made right there in Nova Scotia. Fiber Fuel blocks. Let me think here. Fiber Fuel. Where it's made. It is contact. There we go. Weymouth, Nova Scotia. We just had a load of this stuff come in this week. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Lewis, that right there, Lewis Bricks. And I feel bad for these guys here when the drivers. It'd be nice if there was just a little bridge that could cut across here, get into here. Instead, they have to go all the way out and around and then come back across, do the delivery, and they cannot haul a load inside the U.S. They cannot pick up a load like right here and deliver it here, then go across the border. They either have to pick up a load going into Canada or they have to go back empty. And that really bites for those guys. But I've got to go to... right here. This is where we're going to go to Tuesday. Bowater Mill. Well, I call it Weymouth, but yeah, it's Lewis Molding and Wood Specialties. Is it? Oh, that's all right. What's it look like from the road? Right there. Can't see it. Oh well. But yeah, this is where we sell a lot of this stuff. These guys. It's good stuff for wood stoves and fireplaces. It's over in Weymouth, though. A little slow on swapping, but let's see. Dysarts. List them? Yeah. Right there. That would be us. Got that one and that one. They can't take the ferry. I don't know if they can or cannot. I don't know if they can, just because of their weight. Because I think a lot of those guys try to get it, make it down. Because here in the state of Maine, they're allowed to weigh 100,000 pounds. So I don't know if that's too heavy for the ferry or not. Let me look. Ferry. Cat. Yeah, I don't think that it is. Fares. Bus, minibus. Does not look like they allow it. Surcharge per foot for vehicles over 50 foot. Max 55 feet. So yeah, they are not allowed. They can't take the ferry from there. What's the other ferry that goes from Nova Scotia? Does it goes from. Uh, oh. Yeah, no, I don't think the cat. No, the cat doesn't do commercial. But I don't know. I think that it would take longer for them to go from this side around. Oh, there it is. That ferry there. Yeah, because it goes from there to Bar Harbor. But yeah, no, I think it take longer to go jump on the ferry and then go around than it would just to drive around that way. Major ferry services, Nova Scotia. Ferry cross to New Brunswick and then just drive into Maine. They probably could. Digby. Fares. Big crew with vehicle. Minibus. Bus. So it's $5 per foot. Okay, commercial vehicle fares right there. Okay, so they go by vehicle length, not the weight. So they'd probably fall under, depending, but I'd say somewhere in one of these two categories right here. So that would be this one here. Cut straight across to St. John. St. John and then cut across into Calais. Come across into Calais. Right here. That would cut a lot of time off, but I think it just also you'd have to make sure you're there on time on either end. You also think it's an extra $500 on top. Yeah, basically well, I'll call it an extra $600 to shipping. Over width vehicles, double the tariff. Wow. So it's actually like, by the sounds of it, the vehicle, we'll just say 75 feet, 251. By the sounds of it, now I could be wrong on this. It's $251 to haul the truck, and then it's another $19 for the driver. So $270 to bring it across. And then you got to do it twice. Multiply it to come back. So, yeah, I mean, it'd be, for call it 500 and... Call it 500 and... Be 270, what? $540, so we'll call it 550. That... I would do that. I would charge that. It would save so much time, and it'd save wear and tear on the trucks too. It's a straight shot. How long? I wonder how long it takes. Schedule. Oh, it goes from St. John across. Two and a half hours, call it, yeah. So, they wouldn't be able to... It's kind of a strange way to get it. Because it shows it going from New Brunswick over to Nova Scotia. But it doesn't show any, like, the return, how many trips a day. So I'd say call it 3 hours one way. So you got 3, 6, 9. So they might only do like 2, maybe 3 trips a day. So it leaves, it departs at 9 a.m. from New Brunswick. But this is probably the last scheduled departure for the day. Plus a 14% tax. Yow! So the fares would be, as I said, we'll call it 75 feet. So 251. Calculator right there. 251 plus 19. Yeah, 270 times 307.80, so we'll call it $308. So it'll be $620 extra on top. Wow. That's what it looks like to me, Mena. As far as the schedule goes, is from there to there, and that's it. Looks like it's one way, one round trip, but man, I would think they probably want to do something a little different. A couple trips. On board. What can you do on board? See, I did take the ferry out to Martha's Vineyard. Oh, come here. From here, was it? Where is it? Yeah, is that a relative, Scott? Right there, Woods Hole. I've taken the ferry from there. I had to go where? Was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this. It was this one here. Matter of fact, give me a second here. I think I still got the photos on my Facebook page. I gotta go through and check, find out the photos here. So give me a few minutes. Oh yeah, we were packed like sardines on there. Packed like sardines on that cruise. I just gotta find it. Oh, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get back here to this. Yeah, here's what when I was out on the boat, it's telling me to follow the highlighted route. I'm on the ferry. That was fun. There's that one there. That was view of the deck. It was raining. I wasn't going out there. But yeah, this was my view while I was sitting in the truck. This is back when I had my Freightliner, my flatbed. We were packed in like sardines. Okay, this was on the... Okay, this was a return trip, so I was empty on this one. And yeah, here's the trailer right now. And that was my trailer. That was my own trailer I bought, and that was the boat coming in. That was I believe that was waiting to get on the boat. They had all the trucks wait first, and let all the passenger cars get on. But yeah, this is the ride over. We were packed like sardines. They couldn't get me any closer because this guy here set over too much, so I couldn't get up tight to this guy. Need to get over to Nova Scotia is Woods Hole. Is where it's called. I'll bring it back up for you, give you that information. I don't know the name of the place. Woods Hole Terminal. Let's see here. Get out to Nantucket. Route. Okay, so Woods Hole does not go out to Nantucket. So you gotta go from Hyannis out there. So you'd have to go to Nantucket. Traveling with a vehicle. Oh. I'm just going to do this for you, Scott. No. I'd be towing a trailer. No. How many people be traveling? One. Continue. All I want is to find out what the rate is. That's all I want is a rate. Fare information. There we go. That's what I want. See here. Adults. Round trip, $22. Passenger vehicles. Oof. I don't know if I'd drive over there.
Text message.
Take the ferry, just shuttle your ass across. Wow. Motorcycle trikes, motorcycle mopeds. High-speed ferry. Passenger only. Dock to dock in an hour. $93. That's just for you. That's not your vehicle. Figure vehicles. Say $170. So 170 to 200 and 365. Peak season. May through September. Chevrolet Transportation. Oh, I don't see what you're talking about, Scott, there with that. Yeah, you're kidding me. But you know how much money it's going to take to get going? Holy hell. Plus all the regulations. Oh, my dear God, that'd be an absolute nightmare. To do that, I need to find somebody needs to win the Powerball and the Mega Millions. when they're both at $1 billion. We'll use the Lambo Feeties. So yeah, no, I just kind of surprised about the prices. It's kind of scary. This is where they usually have the trucks stage. This is where when I went on the boat, I was staged here. But ferry opens at 6. I started loading at 6. I got down here at 5:30 in the morning. They booted me out, kicked me out, saying I couldn't be down there. So I had to go back around. Where the hell was it I went to? I think it was way up here somewhere. Had to turn around and then literally I waited like right here somewhere. Or here. It would take a pile of money. Fair's over. We just broke Maynard. Yeah. Looks like that one was just coming in. By looks. Yeah, I'd say so, considering. Yeah, I'd say this one's coming in because it's all the vehicles are facing that way, and they got the propulsion. Was this? I think this was the one I was in on the first time. So Scott's would be. Yours would be over here. I would think to go. Yeah, the Nantucket one. Hyannis, Nantucket. So you'd have to go out on to the Cape and then take your ferry out. I had to go in here. Where was it? I think. There was a greenhouse out here somewhere. I had to take the my load of bark mulch too. Yeah, I would take, as I said, it'd take an astronomical amount of money. Can't remember where it was. Oh, yeah, and I also got. I think no, it wasn't this one here. I didn't get yelled at. There's one place I delivered to. I got hollered at because they said, "Oh, trucks weren't allowed to be out in that area. It was impossible for trucks to be in that area." I proved them wrong. I didn't want to do that. Sports. All right. The other thing. I did tell you I did tell everybody last week. Yeah, I did tell last week I got my hospital bill, I think. That was scary. That almost gave me a heart attack. Yeah, don't. Yeah, said Scott. I just saw where you call me. Wouldn't take a vehicle. Just shuttle yourself across. Probably be quicker. No, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper too. All right, it's 9:30. I only wanted to go till 9, so I think we're gonna pull the plug here, everyone. I need to get to bed. I need to try to get some more rest. Get up tomorrow. I gotta go work on the backhoe a little bit and get ready for my daughter's wrestling meet Tuesday up in Belfast. That it is, Scott. I think it is time for bed. I think I hear Life Flight going over my house. I'm pretty sure I hear Life Flight going overhead. I'll turn my heater off. I don't know if anybody will be able to hear it or not. I got the mic turned up all the way, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think you guys hear it, but yeah, the Life Flight going overhead. All right, Jeff, Scott, Mina, everybody else that's watching, I appreciate you joining me. Everybody that's watching, I appreciate it. I know I haven't posted the videos like I normally have. Well, a couple of reasons. One, the heart attack. So my employment's kind of limited. And two, not many people's calling for the truck because of the heart attack. So it's kind of one of those, damned if I do, damned if I don't. But I have been told that they will be using me as soon as they put possibly can with Crooker. So as soon as we get dirt work or something going on there, the company I was hauling for all summer, as soon as we get some work, even if it's just hauling out of the pit from my house to the plant, they said they'll give me a ring. So I'm kind of in I'm in limbo. So, yeah, I'm going to have to let everybody go. I'm going to try to get some Z's myself. It's been a long day, long week. Sitting at home, just trying to get everything I can done and get some stuff out to you, everyone. So, again, I appreciate it. All right, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you later. I'll see you at some point in time. I got to try to get some GoPros. But stay safe. I'll see you later.